All right, this is my 98.5 24 valve Dodge Cummins 2500. It's got a newer paint job. It's a pearl white. Yes, it is tinted all the way around on all the windows, including the windshield. I did just repaint the front bumper, also the grill black. It's got HID headlights, 35-inch tires with really good tread on them. They are Terra grapplers made by Nitto. Also new rims, Bilstein shocks. I believe it's a 6-inch lift. Also has these underglows, the little remote on the key fob. Just repainted the mirrors. They are not power mirrors, so it's a little dirty right now, but it cleans up really nicely. Put this in there. So I'm just gonna take you around the truck. It does have a Fass fuel system. Truck's really clean. There's a pretty nice little scratch right there, and that truck's just dirty. Need to probably wash it. Painted the front bumper, the rear bumper. Does have some dents right there. Does have trailer brakes. Does have a light bar for reverse lights. It's on a toggle switch, so does have a really nice hitch on it. So, but it really doesn't have any dents on it. The one scratch, it's got a couple minor dents, but they're so small. Does have a gooseneck hitch. And sorry, she's filthy. I just haven't had time to wash it. I think there's one dent on one of these fenders, but it's so small it's really hard to find. I want to say, yeah, right there. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's tiny. Just trying to be nitpicky. The paint on the mirrors could be better. It does match the truck pretty good, but it's not phenomenal, and it's just filthy. Just gotta be cleaned. The interior is pretty nice. The windows work, locks fine. It's in pretty decent shape. Interior's a little bit dirty at the moment, but I did paint the carpet. I had it professionally shampooed, and then I painted it with fabric paint, the gray, so it's back to factory condition. I did spend a lot of money having this truck detailed. Center console works fine. Got some baby wipes underneath there. It's a manual. The dash is not cracked. This is a little wobbly, the faceplate. It's not too bad, doesn't wobble while you drive, but worth mentioning for sure. Headliner's in really good shape. The driver's seat's in good shape here. It does have some cracking right there. Not a huge deal. The back seat's in really good shape. There's no flaws in the back seat. I do have car seats in there because my kids love to ride around in it. I call it the monster truck. I'll take you around to the passenger side here. There's a rip on the seat right there. It's not too crazy, probably be stood back together. Center console's in good shape. Carpet's in good shape. It actually looks better in person than it's coming on a photo, but anyways. So you can see there's the wobbly there, but the dash itself was just replaced by the previous owner. So everything works as it should. This is a 98.5, so the back doors do not open. So, and if you look under the truck, I usually park it on the other side of the house, but it's where it is now. There's some oil down there, but that's actually from a oil change gone wrong. The truck does leak a little bit of oil. but it's got a crankcase vent tube that does the it leaks a little extra oil out of there, but other than that, it doesn't leak any oil. That's pretty common. Do have the original owner's manual. Do have a bunch of receipts. This is what was just done to the truck. So, replace the app sensor, fuel filter change, oil change, all that stuff done. There's a bunch of old documents, owner's manual, a bunch of really old documents in here, really. It does have the original window sticker, which is pretty cool. This truck was custom ordered by the original owner, which is him. So there's the Carfax here. I'll have pictures of this I can send you, but basically a 3-owner truck. It all checks out. It's all good to go. So there's page 2. You can see there's quite a few maintenance records. The first owner, based on the records, looks like he used it as like a hot shot truck or something like that. He did have his CDLs. So anyways, I can get you guys better photos of all that, but it is solid. Our old buyer's guide, some other paperwork, some maintenance stuff. Did just put a Quadzilla XZT Plus module in it. A little programmer, a little 75 horsepower tune. Clean and clear title in my name. Let's see. The truck has always been owned in Texas, per the Carfax. Hold on one second. Put all this stuff up, and we'll start her up and go for a drive. Sorry guys, I am not a cinematographer. I'm doing the best I can. So it's pretty dark in here. A little bit of a nightmare, honestly, to drive at night. I mean, it's definitely doable, but it's not phenomenal. So the manual, so you gotta hold the clutch down, wait to start. So it'd be a cold start. Well, it's not cold out, it's 105 degrees in Texas, so. Brake light and ABS light on, just like all these trucks, every single one of them. So, AC's on. Let's go look at the motor real quick. And then we'll go on a little drive. just have I did it myself, but I got the equipment to do it, to clean all the radiators and stuff like that out so that you know, keeps her nice and cool and helps with the AC and stuff like that. So now we're in the pick 'em up truck and drop her first. You can see the AC does work out of all the vents. I did have to replace a vac line when I bought it because it wasn't wanting to work, but no big deal. I usually shift it somewhere around the 2K mark. I'm not even hands on the wheel right now. Of course, we're not going very fast. Turbo, but she whistles, buddy. She whistles real good. I usually start out in first. There's a 5-speed manual. Shifts great. Shifts real smooth, no grinding. The previous owner did put a new VP44 in it. It's a Schlade or something like that. I forget. They owned a excavation company, so they work on heavy machinery, have their own in-house mechanic, and they're the ones who did it. But that was, I don't know, 10,000 miles ago, I think it was. So I've probably put 1,000 miles on the truck since I've owned it. I drive, I have an F-150 and oh yeah, she rolled a little bit of coal. One or two, she can roll a little bit of coal. Hold on a second, I'll get her going for you. Not a lot, but a little bit. If that's your thing, it's not really my thing, but it's okay. No check engine lights. AC's pretty cool. Try and get it on the highway for you guys real quick. Put this up like this. A little holder. Previous owner, he did not have it for a very long time, I think probably a year or so, but they did a new VP44. I mean, you can just tell by just looking at it, it's new. Everything else, you know, it's got grease and grime all over it. The VP44, on the other hand, is nice, shiny new. We also put a new clutch in there. I have no way of confirming that other than the truck shifts like it's brand new. I've done a lot of maintenance items. I did new oil change, did fuel filters, did lash adjustments, did what else? Oh yeah, new gas cap. You know, had the AC serviced the cooling system, stuff along those lines. I did put new wheels and tires on it because the other ones rode like shit. They were 37s. Bad, so I put some 35s on there. Rides a lot nicer now. So that's nice. Truck sounds really good, looks really good. Rides very comfortably. The AC, when it's super hot out, when it's like 105 out, I mean, it'll help keep you cool, but it ain't gonna freeze you out, that's for sure. But you know, you put it on max cool or max AC, and you know, it'll help you keep you cool. But it is an older truck, just kind of nature of the beast type deal. So we're driving down the highway right now. The speedometer, due to the wheels and tires and lift and all that stuff, is off by about 10 mile an hour. So we're roughly doing 70 mile an hour right now. As you can see, there is no weird rattles. Truck's up to operating temperature. I'm pretty close to it. little shaky, but I mean, they're perfectly usable. They could probably use one of those supporting brackets on the inside there. But yeah, truck drives really nice. Traditionally don't drive her this hard, but I figure it'd be good for you guys to see like she's a good truck, you know. I mean, everything's right. It's not overheating. It's hotter than hell outside. Probably, shit, I don't know, 100 degrees out, you know. So I mean, she's staying nice and cool. Oil pressure is phenomenal. I mean, this truck really doesn't have any issues. The radio does work.